Back in the car, she was the elegant and confident Amber again. Cole smiled softly. The vault has a couple of good-looking men coming in today. Would you like to go and have a look? The vault he mentioned was called Euphoria Vault, and it was a place for fun and lavishness. Amber was speechless. What's wrong with you? I'm just getting back to being single. He winked and whispered in a pretentiously mysterious tone, Actually, there's someone here to see you. Who? You know this person too, and you'll know when you go. Amber pondered for a moment and nodded okay. Cole had exclusive private rooms in the vault. When the two entered, the man on the couch also stood up and looked over. He was around his early 20s, extremely tall, with an angular face, while his eyebrows were a little sharp. Upon seeing her, a bright light flashed across his eyes. Amber, we meet again. The young man in front of her struck Amber as familiar, but she couldn't recall where she'd seen him before. Have you forgotten? You and your dad sponsored a poor student in Insford Town 6 years ago. It was only after Cole mentioned this that it dawned on Amber. You're Jeremy Lynch. The young man's sharp eyebrows softened, and the corners of his lips curled up into a charming smile. It's me. Jeremy was a very talkative man, and Amber had heard from Cole that he was now a popular model, long out of the slum, and a regular feature in Oakmore City magazine. Back then, Amber was so preoccupied with the Farrell family that she had paid little attention to the showbiz circle. It was a relief for her to think that the once-poor little boy had become a successful man. After chatting for a while, the three of them prepared to leave. But just as they made their way past the bar counter, a wine bottle flew towards Amber's head. Surprisingly, Jeremy was quicker than she was and shielded her in his arms first. The bottle hit him hard on the back with a clang. Are you all right, Amber? Amber rushed to check his back. Thankfully, he was unhurt. She turned her eyes coldly to the direction the bottle had come flying from. Surprisingly, it was Logan Farrell. Damn you, woman. How dare you cheat on my brother behind his back? Logan was drinking with a group of friends. He had seen Amber go into the private room with 2 men and take a long time to get out. He didn't know what they had been up to. When he saw them talking and laughing, he threw the bottle out in a fit of rage. Cole rolled up his sleeves and was about to go up to him. Hey, does this kid want a beating? Amber pulled Cole back. Let me do it. She took a step towards Logan. Logan curled his lips. I didn't hit you. Amber remained expressionless, and her gaze was calm to the point of making his flesh creep. There's something I've wanted to say to you for a long time. What? Do you know how annoying you are? I've been married to your brother for 6 years, and you never respected me as your sister-in-law. How many times did you call me bitch? I have to take care of you when you go to school, and I have to take care of you after school. Normally, you are either telling me what to do or speaking out against me. You've been in school for 17 years. How can you still be so uneducated? Hearing her scolding, Logan raised an eyebrow. You be. Shut up. Amber interrupted him harshly and continued, Your brother and I are divorced, and I have nothing to do with your family. This is none of your business. You are in no position, nor do you have the right to ask anything. If you continue to provoke me, well then, you'll have to take a trip to the police station. Logan's face turned red and he choked on his words. Amber stopped looking at him and turned to leave. After saying goodbye to Cole and Jeremy, Amber went back to her father's old house. The house was dusty and hadn't been cleaned in a long time. Amber put on the apron and started to clean up. From under the sofa, she found her wedding photo with Jared. In the photo, she was smiling, while Jared looked aloof and impatient beside her. Next to it was the diary she had written. The diary recorded a lot of things about Jared, such as what he liked to eat, what he liked to use, his hobbies, and so on. All her focus was on Jared back then, and she had tried so hard to make the best of this hard-won marriage, but reality had slapped her in the face. Tears welled up in her eyes, and Amber looked up, forcing herself to hold them back. She was snapped out of her own thoughts by the sound of a message received. She picked her phone up and saw that it was from Jeremy. Jeremy, Amber, you helped me 6 years ago, and I'll help you now. I'll always have your back. Warmth surged in Amber's heart. Although Jeremy truly wanted to repay her, she didn't want to rely on anyone. Since marrying Jared, she had put away all her temperament to be a good wife and almost forgot how dashing she used to be. Picking up the phone, Amber dialed the number. Amber, what do you want again? On the other end of the line was Jared's indifferent voice. Her voice was equally indifferent, as if he were a stranger. Don't forget about the date. I'll meet you at the court to get the divorce done. Jared frowned. What? Amber hung up before he could finish, and Jared squeezed the phone tightly. His eyes deepened. Jared, who's calling you? From the bed in the bedroom, McKenna looked out onto the balcony in confusion. Jared put the phone away and walked over to her as if nothing had happened. He tucked her in. Nothing. Take your medicine. McKenna's pale face made his heart twitch. She took Jared's hand in hers and pouted pitifully. The herbal soup is too bitter, and the taste makes me feel sick. Jared raised an eyebrow. Remember when we were pen pals? Didn't you say you weren't afraid of bitter medicine? Be a good girl and drink it up so you can be cured. He didn't notice the glint in McKenna's eyes as he made a casual remark. Soon she lifted her face again, and her big eyes were watery. Yes, I'll do as you say. McKenna had been in a coma for 6 years. She was thin and pale, and her personality still remained like what was in her school days. This made Jared's heart ache. Next time, I'll ask Ben to change the herb soup to pills. McKenna smiled sweetly, then threw her arms around him and pouted. Jared, you've been the best to me. After leaving the room, Jared went downstairs and Shauna came over with a bowl of congee. Is McKenna feeling better? She just finished her medicine and is on the phone with her parents. Shauna smiled. Jared, McKenna's father, is the chairman of the Trident Group. By agreeing to bring McKenna here, he's also agreeing to your marriage to McKenna. We can't make McKenna feel unwelcome. Looking at the way his mother was taking care of McKenna, Jared suddenly remembered the time last year when Amber had been sick with the flu. At that moment, Shauna was downstairs fuming and throwing things while Amber came down to cook dinner with a pale face. For a moment, he had some mixed feelings in his ear, but he soon shook them off when he thought of Amber running over McKenna with her car, then taking advantage of the situation and even gone to the trouble of marrying him. It was all her fault. Shauna glanced around. Where's Logan? I haven't seen him all day. Just as she finished speaking, she heard the door slam open. Logan came back with a grim face. Logan, what's wrong with you? Shauna hurriedly put down the bowl and went to Logan's side to check on him. Logan waved her hand away. I'm fine, Mom. He then looked over at his brother and bit his lips. Brother, I saw Amber at the bar today. She was close to a male model, and they seemed to have an unusual relationship. Jared's face went cold. With whom? Please download Novels Ago and search the code in the upper left corner to continue reading.